People always used to be like, are you gay? Do people tell you that you're gay? Whatever. And then someone asked me if I was bisexual, and that was like, it clicked, and then I was like, yes, I am, but I'll figure that out later. And it was actually that person ended up being canceled and kicked out of the improv community, like excommunicated, doesn't live here anymore.
And you're like, they saved my life.
They saved my life. Well, you're back again for another episode of Havin a Day. I don't know why I started it like that. Welcome, guys. How's it going? I'm Patrick McDonald. This is a podcast where I pick up my friends and we go do something fun, something we want to do, something we have to do, something we're interested in, curious about, something we've never done. Today, it's all of the above for me. Today's guest is so funny and wonderful. You know them from Sport and Good Mythical Morning and Gastronauts and so many other incredible things. Also, they have a podcast with their wife, Happy Life. That's also deeply funny. You should go check out right after you watch this episode. I can't wait. We've been planning this one for a while, and I'm so excited it's finally here. This is going to be a good ass vibe, guys. Please welcome to the RAV4, Jordan Myrick. What's up, guys? We're here. Jordan is in the car. Jordan,
I'm so excited.
We made it. We're here.
We finally did it after what feels like months of trying to plan this.
I think it was maybe 6 weeks.
We finally did it.
And I might, if you want to help me at all with GPS, potentially on your phone.
Yeah, I
could
can
be
navigate
huge. I'm going to be getting, every now and then I'll do this because it'll tell me some sideways directions.
No, I'll
That's probably
navigate
less safe. Yeah, we've been kind of scheduling this, but I will say I was okay with it. I think for me, for this podcast, I'm always like, if this is the last thing in the world anyone needs to do. And so we just but I like how we rode with it. It was like 6 full weeks of it.
Well, something about me is that I have absolutely no problems rescheduling.
And that's really beautiful.
Well, just because you can't in this industry.
No.
I feel like sometimes people get like really rigid about scheduling stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, none of us have any control over our job.
No.
Also, my wife has a chronic illness, as do I.
Yeah,
so sometimes they're just like, my wife has lupus. So sometimes it's just like,
we can't do this.
She's got a big
today.
rash all over her face.
Yeah,
we can't go out. We can't go out.
We got to change plans.
She's covered in a rash. Also, it's already
okay, it's gone down.
It's gone down.
Maybe there was some sort of wreck or something.
There must have been a wreck or something.
Okay, so before we get into anything else, we should talk about what we're doing. We're going to what you said is a soup plantation knockoff.
Yes, dupe plantation.
Dupe plantation.
So, if you're familiar with the best restaurant with the worst name, Soup Plantation,
of course.
That's what they called it on the West Coast. Where I grew up in Florida, we called it Sweet Tomatoes.
We had that in Texas too.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a cafeteria-style buffet restaurant that was very, very popular. All of them closed during the pandemic, and then a couple years ago, they opened this place, Soup and Fresh.
Okay.
There's 2 locations, one in Chino Hills, one in Rancho Cucamonga, both not close to really a lot of things, I would say. And I had heard, I don't know if this is true or not, I had heard and was told that they bought all of Soup Plantation's recipes.
Really?
So all of the stuff they have is the exact same. So like the Jones Broccoli Madness salad, the honey butter with the cornbread muffins.
I was going to say the muffins are big for me.
Yes.
The soups are obviously big. The tomato soup is big for me. And I was going to say, this is very stupid. So they don't need the recipe for this, but I like the baked potatoes there too.
Oh yeah.
They have to, I mean, that's just a baked potato. They don't have a secret recipe.
There's technique to everything,
There is technique. That's true.
I think especially a baked potato.
I know. What's your baked potato vibe?
Well, I love a baked potato.
Me too.
And I always do wash it, scrub it, poke holes in it.
Yes.
Put it in the microwave.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do with sweet potatoes.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because if you just from raw are cooking it in an oven, see you in 6 weeks. Basically how long it took us to film this podcast.
I know. I put one in. It's ready in an hour.
Yeah, we got to stop and pick it up.
It's crazy.
So I microwave it so the inside's cooked, and then I take it out, rub it in a little oil, little salt, air fryer.
Wow.
Crispy skin like the Brits.
Wow.
You got to do it like they're doing it.
See, okay, I have so much to talk to you when it comes to food, but also not food. But we're driving about an hour for the Soup Plantation, Dupe Plantation.
Yes.
Which I'm really excited about because we're going to get into it. But I think there is something fascinating with our generation's obsession with chains, but also this thing that LA transplants do, people that move to LA, we will drive for a chain. Like I
Yeah.
have a friend that we drive an hour to go to the Red Lobster in Monrovia.
Of course.
I've gone to the Cracker Barrel in Victorville an hour and a half away just
Yeah.
to go. And it's fascinating to me that we love these places that are so average in the places that we come from.
Yes, I think they're so nostalgic, first of
Yeah,
all.
that must be it.
I think there's something about the consistency of them
Mhm.
that we like.
And it tastes
also-
like being a kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And LA is a driving city, which I love.
Yeah.
I'm a driver.
Mhm.
So this is also really crazy for me because I am the driver. People don't drive me very often.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, my wife is not a bad driver, but I'm
Okay.
a very good driver. And then I feel like a
yeah.
lot of our friends, like I would say the two people I drive places with most frequently are Lily Du and Reka Shunker,
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
they
say.
both like got their driver's license like 2 years ago as adults.
I know. It's like every time I see Rika get into her car, I go like, oh yeah, she has a car.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But like she's had it for 5 years, but for some reason, forever, she was the person.
She was a
that-
bus girl. She
was a
never
bus girl.
drove. She didn't know how to drive. She was not
No.
going to learn how to drive.
No.
Same with Lily. And then they both were like, okay, I'm staying in LA for maybe ever, so I'm going to learn to drive.
Yeah.
But I got my learner's permit the day I turned 15 and my driver's license the day I turned 16.
You were ready to go.
I was ready. I was ready to be on the road, and I love driving. And I think I'm a really good driver.
Yeah.
So this is really foreign to me to
Okay.
have you be driving. But yeah, I think people love driving in LA, so they'll drive out to a thing. I think it feels like a fun
Yeah.
trip.
An event.
Feels like a fun event,
Something
a thing
to
to do, you know?
And I do think first of all, before I get into this, do you know if I'm going on the 5 or
Oh my God, I'm not navigating you at all.
You're fine,
So
you're
you're going
fine.
to stay for 29 miles on the 134 East.
Okay, great. So then I can get in the HOV lane.
Yeah, oh my God.
I know, and I'm gonna kind of be illegal here, so don't tell.
I don't tell anyone.
But I've
Podcast
seen
listeners, don't tell anyone.
Don't tell a soul, guys. Don't
Do
send this
not
to the
tell a
police.
soul. Seriously.
But yeah. Oh wow, it's nice to be in a carpool lane too.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Especially because there's traffic right now.
I know, and maybe that's what this GPS
Yeah,
was.
GPS is giving us the destination based on
Yeah.
not being in the HOV lane.
No, and now they're going to be shocked. Do you feel like there's an elitism out here? I feel like I have friends that. So I don't know if you know my history, and I think I've gone into this a little bit here with Chains, which is my dad was a regional manager of Olive Garden. So we talked about
I did know this, yes.
Okay, great. So they're very important to me.
I love that.
Very special to me. I had like a very specific moment where I went to an Olive Garden once out here, and they got rid of the pizzas. They
Oh.
changed them to flatbreads, and I was like, I used to always get the chicken Alfredo pizza.
Okay.
Very easy, classic. And
Very easy.
Very easy. I'm chill. I'm actually a chill guy. And I asked for one, and they said to me, oh, we don't do pizzas anymore. And I looked
Heartbreaking.
at them and I said, well, that's a controversial decision.
Yeah.
Like I had any sort of stake.
Sure. You got on the horn with your dad immediately.
Yeah, I was, excuse me. But I used to look at them as nice dining. I used to look at them as fancy. I
Oh,
used to look at them
yeah.
as upscale. And now I feel like there's an elitism from LA people sometimes to chains that I don't like.
I think that there's a global elitism to chains,
Okay.
I will say. Or
Okay.
maybe just national. I don't know. People in other countries love chains.
They do love chains.
Well,
KFC,
not in
gigantic.
Europe.
That's true.
Asia, they love chains.
Asia, they love chains.
They love a KFC,
yeah,
things like that.
Subway.
Subway, yeah, sure. Europe doesn't like chains as much, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think that there's always going to be a group of people that think they're better than everyone else.
Yeah.
And I think there's a multitude of reasons why. I think there are some people that are like, I'm too good for chains, and I think you're stupid.
Yeah.
But I also think there are some people that are like, so not interested in like being involved in their community
Yeah.
in any way, much less culinarily, and I also think that's not great. So I think there has to be a good balance. I think you have to
Yeah.
accept that, like, I don't know, I feel like my biggest food POV is that like food is for everyone.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that we can all enjoy.
Make it equitable.
Yeah. And so I think people have different touchstones for what good food is, what a good restaurant is, what a nice restaurant is, what a nostalgic restaurant is. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think it depends on like what you did growing up.
Yeah.
My wife went to an Olive Garden one time with her fancy cousin. She's only met her one time, but she used to host the TV show Wipeout.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was like
That's
the
not
big...
like Brooke Burke, is it?
No, her name is Jill. I can't think of her last name right now because I've obviously never met her, but her name is Jill.
Jill,
and
shout out.
She's on the show, I think it's called Lioness with Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
Now, or recently, but she used to host Wipeout, and she was like the one big success out of Kendall's family.
Okay.
And so one time Kendall met her when she was a child, and she took them all to Olive Garden.
Wow.
And Kendall was like, I thought we were at a Michelin-starred French laundry type restaurant. And I think there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I'm like, I think that's great.
It's very funny. And that was my dad's relationship too to it. It was like pretty good, nice eating. We went to when I was like 11. So my dad was a world record speed skater when he was like
so crazy.
18 or something. And then he became a regional manager of Olive Gardens. A lot happened in between, I know.
You can do everything.
You can do everything, isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
But we went to the 2002 Olympics in Salt Lake City to see some speed skating, we see some all this stuff. And when we got there, he found out that he was like buying tickets on eBay from somebody, and he found out that the person he was buying tickets from was a woman that he skated with in upstate New York, who was now her daughter was an Olympic skier or skater.
That's such a crazy coincidence.
Really crazy. So then he was like, "You got to come out with us. You got to come to the Olive Garden."
We're all going to Olive Garden.
So we literally in Salt Lake City went to the Olive Garden with an Olympic skater.
That's awesome.
She like gave me a pin because pins are huge in the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
It was a team pin.
That's so sweet.
It was really sweet. It was really, really cool. But I was like, I can't believe we brought an Olympic speed skater.
I'm sure she loved
to Olive Garden. I'm sure she did.
I'm sure she got a big
They can eat
Alfredo
whatever they want.
They're
burning 12,000 calories a day.
Can you imagine how nice it must be to be a professional athlete?
It's crazy. I can't imagine. Sometimes I think about this, and this is probably something to research.
Yeah.
Like, I bet their food tastes so good based on how much they work out. You know what I mean? Is that a crazy
what do you
thing?
mean? Say it again. Rephrase it.
I feel like they are probably working their bodies so hard that the food tastes so good.
Oh, that like all food tastes delicious to them because they're so hungry?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so. Because they expel every calorie they've ever had in their body.
But I also think it's like, it works on both ends. Because have you ever seen someone who is like, I guess this is sort of similar, but also I think these people are doing kind of what models are doing where they're just not eating. But have you ever seen someone who does like a bodybuilding competition and then after they eat one of those like Publix style frosted sugar cookies and they're eating it like you couldn't believe. Like they've never eaten anything before in their life.
Yeah, that's true.
They're like moved to tears sometimes.
It's fascinating.
It's really interesting.
Would you ever do one of those big eating competitions?
No, I'm not
could never do that.
Quantity eater.
No, and
personally.
why wouldn't you be? And why would anybody be?
Yeah, I'm like a lot of small meals throughout the day kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm saying as we drive to a buffet, but
I know. This is different. This is soup and salad.
I'll show up for today,
Yeah, of course.
But in general, I would definitely do a spicy food eating challenge. I've considered that many a times.
That sounds really, like you would eat like the hottest peppers.
Yeah, I love really spicy foods, like a really spicy wing challenge or something like that.
Have you ever done, there's an improv show out here, I don't know the people who run it, but there's an improv show where people have to eat hot peppers or eat spicy wings in the middle of the show.
I've heard about this, but I've never been invited to do it, and I think that's a huge loss for them.
You should do it. It'd be a huge loss for them that you don't do it. I would never do it.
Because you don't like spicy?
I don't like suffering in front of people. I think that's the big thing for me.
Interesting.
I don't like content. I don't like things where all of a sudden it's like, look how much in pain you are, look how stupid you are, look how I don't know. I just feel bad about that.
I guess I don't want that either, but in a comedy show, I'm just like, oh, everyone's thinking, look how funny she is, look how brave she is.
That's a good point.
Wow, I can't believe that's happening. That's so awesome.
Right. It's not like,
the kind of things
it's not like this is what they deserve.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people are like marveling at me if I were to do
really
something like that. And then in general, I'm eating spicy food in private. And to me, it feels like I'm not really like a thrill seeker.
Sure.
But to me, that feels like a huge adrenaline rush that I love.
Yeah. This is tapping into something for me too, which is I have recently been discussing with a professional therapist. There's like
not an amateur?
No, professional,
okay.
Legitimate.
Good for you.
With the idea that like kind of pushing myself to experience shame more.
Oh, okay.
I know, and that's pretty deep. There's a lot to talk about on this show.
Yeah.
But also, like, the act of me talking about this feels a little shameful.
A little shameful.
This is part of the therapy.
And that's just because you hate being ashamed so much?
I think so. I think I get very scared of being embarrassed. I think there's, like, this level of, like the idea of being shamed or embarrassed, probably being closeted and being scared of getting caught is probably pretty deep in there.
Sure.
You know? But
can I say something and then we can go back to this?
Yeah.
This might be controversial.
Say it.
Now that you're not closeted, don't you like look back on being closeted and you're like, that was so hot? Do you have that?
Yes.
I have that.
It was like really, it was
so sexy.
You know what's so funny? So about 15 years ago,
Sure.
Allie Beardsley tweeted this.
Okay.
And it's one of the best tweets I've ever seen. I think it was actually right before they came out as gay, in like 2013
Such
or
a different
14.
time, yeah.
Very different.
Long time ago.
I mean, love to see the journey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they tweeted something that I've never stopped thinking about, which was, I'd love to know what straight people think a secret is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't even imagine.
Isn't that the funniest thing and the smartest thing you've ever heard?
I can't even imagine.
I can't imagine what straight people think secrets are.
I think straight people think a secret is like a hit and run. You know what I mean? I think it's like not sexy at all. I think straight people's secrets are really, really scary.
They're like really, really awful.
Yeah.
It's like embezzlement and fraud.
100%.
But there was a level of the stakes of like, I look back on that all the time because I'm like, oh, it was very dangerous. But I also think about like, there's worlds where you can like do that. You can go out there and like have, I don't know, with your partner or whatever, you can go pretend that you're both.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Especially in the year of our Lord 2026. It's not the same. It's not the same as like
the real danger.
I don't know, 2008.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
I just think back on it, especially because, as anyone who knows me knows, that I got addicted to heated rivalry.
Yeah.
And then now I can't stop reading these homosexual hockey books, which is so strange.
This is a lot to talk about. Well, that's why I understand the closeted is so hot thing. That's what you get.
But I'm really on it right now. But it's made me think back to when I was in the closet.
Yeah.
And I was doing things you wouldn't believe. I was in high school, like, making moves on, like, guys I went to high school, sisters that were in college.
Oh my God.
Like crazy. I was out of control because I didn't know what was happening and I wasn't sure how to handle it, but it was so hot.
Yeah, that's very interesting. But you were going for it. You were making shots.
I couldn't not. I was too confident. I had far too much confidence at such a young age.
So incredible to me.
But I think there was a part of me that was like, everyone feels this way.
Sure.
I think it felt very crazy to me to think that not everyone was having tumultuous gay feelings inside.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, it felt like everyone's got to deal with this. You know what's funny is I had this really crazy thing. Wait, can I get a quick check on where we're going?
20 miles on this.
Still here. Okay.
Yeah, the 134 East.
134 East. Okay, great. I think this is
I think you just stay on this. Yeah.
Yeah, we're still going. Okay, great. I had a really embarrassing thing when I was like, I think I like intoned that I was queer to somebody and they were like, well, everyone's felt like that. That's a phase. It's going to go away. Classic, just a phase.
Like an adult or a teen?
An adult.
Teen.
An
okay.
adult.
Oh.
And I was like, got it. I'll just wait that out.
Yeah.
And I had a friend in middle school named Larry, and he was like my good friend who was like a guy, and he was really funny and he was really cool, and it was like platonic friendship. And I can't believe I'm bringing this up.
I'll tell you an embarrassing one after.
Okay,
I'll tell you an embarrassing one too.
So I said to him, hey, I wanted to like thank you because I was actually like, I was nervous about like that I was maybe gay, but you actually like have like brought me out of it. Basically, like I was actually nervous about like, I was going through this like phase because I was like, everyone goes through the phase, so I was having that phase thing where like I was feeling gay.
And you were like, and you're so unappealing that you made me not
I was
gay?
like, but you reminded me that I'm just like interested in male friendship, I think is kind of what I was saying.
That's really sweet. I doubt that's how he took it. If I heard that.
Oh, he shut down. He didn't, we still talked, but
Is
we
he
never
gay?
talked about that again. I have no clue.
Okay, because you don't know him anymore.
No, I don't know him anymore. And I don't know him after, I went to the type of school where it was like, you have friends that disappear after 4th grade, friends that disappear after 6th grade, friends that disappear after 8th grade, because you all go to different schools.
I see.
Every 4 years.
Yes, okay.
So.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was mortifying. I look back being like,
so
why
funny.
did I even thank him? Like, you really helped me out here.
That doesn't even feel to me embarrassing to you. That feels embarrassing to him. That feels heartbreaking to him. Because what it sounds like to me is you being like, you are so deeply unappealing to me that I've realized that I could never be attracted to a man, is what that sounds like to me.
No, I was
I
being
would have been like,
male companionship showed me that I just want to be friends with men, and I'm not attracted to men.
Sure. But when did that loop back around?
Oh, 27? I came out at 27. I didn't do a single kiss to a guy or anything before I came out as bi.
But you were, I'm sure, watching gay pornography and things like that, or no?
A little bit,
Okay.
yeah.
Only a little bit.
Only a little bit, but it got bigger and bigger. Got
My
more
God,
and more.
you're just like the guys in my hockey books. Okay.
I know,
but then-
that's the thing.
Wait a second, you're just like my guys in my hockey books.
Oh, shoot, Jordan.
What made you be like, okay, first of all, I need to be 100 degrees colder.
Yeah.
Can
right
that
now?
happen? Yeah, right
Yeah,
now.
let's turn you up.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Of course.
And then I need
This?
to know, like, what made you be like, and now
I thought
I'm
you were
gonna
like,
kiss.
what made you be like, I need to be 100
No, I'm
degrees?
sorry. No,
No,
I
great.
just
It's
realized,
really
like, okay,
hot.
I'm hot.
Yeah.
But I, like, run hot. Okay.
No, that's
what
fine.
made you be like, I'm gonna kiss? Like, was it a specific person, or was it like you were just like, I just have to do it, or
So
like, what was it?
I don't think I've talked about this on the pod, but I talked about this in my stand-up a little bit. I came out while I was doing Whole 30. So I
Because
was
your
like
brain goes crazy. during
23
Whole 30.
days
I've done
into
Whole
it.
30,
They
yeah.
call it Tiger Blood.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yes.
Because it was coined when Charlie Sheen was going crazy. And so they call it Tiger Blood, and then they were like, I literally woke up and I wrote a note to myself that was like, you're coming out today. And you have to come out today.
You said eat a whole
yeah. And
sweet potato and then come out
and
of
so
the closet.
I like had a day. I actually had a date with a woman in the morning, and then I had a
Morning
writers
date,
group,
okay.
and then I know, very fun. And then that evening, I called like all of my friends. I called like Pine Banifast, Carl Tart, Ego Odom. They were all at dinner, and they were all like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "I'm bi." And I called my parents. I called everybody because I was like, "I need to finish this today. I'm wrapping this up today."
But why did that, like, had the feelings just become too much?
I felt so overwhelmed
Okay.
with the idea that I needed to come out. Yeah, it just became like, because I think before that, I had no urge, I had no push to do it.
Sure.
And I was like, I guess I'll just kind of have this, and
Yeah.
it'll be no big deal. Because I like would date women, and then something would happen, and I still date women, but it's very much like, it needed to be something I needed to be very, very, very clear about.
Yeah.
Where I was like, oh, but it's definitely a huge part of me.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I went to Emerson, which is the gayest school in the country, and I went to all these places, and I was like, my very closeted experience was mostly like why is this straight guy hanging out so long with these gay guys so late into the night?
He's a huge ally.
Yeah. Why is he the last person at this party laying on my bed?
Absolutely. Oh, of course.
And then I'd be like, all right, bye.
Yeah.
And everyone would be like, and I think I just chronically confuse anybody who's ever been interested in me.
Sure.
Because I'm so confused. So
Sure.
I'm like, that was like a lot of what I did. I was like, I'm just laying waste to all these people who are interested in getting to know me. Because
Sure.
I'm like, so a mystery to myself.
Yeah.
So that was a part of it.
I think that college is hard, though, because I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, I went to NYU.
Oh, yeah.
Super gay, right? You
Yeah.
would think.
Totally.
Very few gay, queer women.
Really?
Lots of gay guys. I graduated in 2015, so I'm sure it's different now.
Yeah.
But I remember when I started my acting program, there was probably 60 people in my studio.
Yeah.
And the first day, there were 2 lesbians in my 60-person studio that identified that way at the time.
Yeah.
They met the first day and they started dating the first day of college. And I said, well, I guess I'm down for the count.
They're locked.
I guess
But
I'm
you were
down.
kind of trying to make a jump for a while.
Well, I started identifying as bisexual like very young.
Okay.
Like maybe when I was like, I've always known that I was
Yeah.
attracted to queerness, to
Yeah,
women,
yeah.
to non-binary people, whatever.
Totally.
But I think a lot of the depictions in media of being gay are like, I would rather drive my car off the side of a mountain than like kiss a man.
Yes.
And I don't feel that way.
Right. Right.
And there are lesbians that feel that way, and I think like totally more power to them.
Sure.
But as I got older, I realized that I really only entered relationships with men, cis straight men specifically,
Yeah.
because they were there, and queer women and non-binary people were not as prevalent. And I wasn't disgusted by it, and other people were doing it, and I was like, okay, well, if I don't hate this, it's fine. But I was in almost exclusively relationships with people that we were not compatible in a million different ways.
Totally,
We did not
totally.
like each other. We were always fighting. They always like needed a lot of like help. You know, so I was always like a project. No disrespect to
Of
anyone I
course.
dated that's watching this.
Of course, yeah. And they all are.
I know
and
you
they
guys are
love
all
this.
watching.
I send
yeah.
this to everybody's exes.
And
yeah,
that makes so much sense.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
But yeah, so I think it was just like, I kind of came into being gay slowly, where then there was a point where I was like, you know, I really am not happy dating men. I don't think I've ever been happy dating men.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start exclusively dating people who aren't men and see how that goes. And then as soon as I started doing that, I was like, oh yeah, this is the sauce, you know?
Yeah,
like
totally,
this is
totally.
what makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, totally.
But I'm also like a big believer that, at least for me, gender and sexuality are very fluid.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, which I get a lot of flack for on the internet.
Really?
Well, because a lot of people are like, lesbianism isn't fluid. And I'm like, if that feels that way for you, I think that's awesome.
I know.
But I think lesbianism has like a very broad definition that some people agree with and some people don't. And I think all types of lesbians have different feelings on what that means.
Yeah,
you know?
Totally. Yeah. And I really do feel like it's very interesting because I feel you arrive to your queer identity when it just feels right. Like I kind of actually began to realize I was bisexual because I always thought I was like, oh, but I'm secretly gay or whatever. But why do I keep dating women if I'm gay? And it's like, and there are people that are like that they're just hiding or whatever.
Yeah.
But for me, I was like, I am making these connections, and maybe it's a romance versus a sexuality thing, which is also,
for sure,
you know, a reminder, something that's only been divided in the past 10 years of entireties of civilization.
Absolutely.
That's such a new thing to think about, like romanticism versus sexuality.
Yeah.
So crazy. But somebody asked me at a party if I was bisexual once. People always used to be like, are you gay? Do people tell you that you're gay? Whatever.
Yeah.
And then someone asked me if I was bisexual, and that was like crazy, and I was like, oh yeah, and then of course I said no. But then it clicked, and then I was like, no.
Yeah.
But it was like that, yes I am, but I'll figure that out later. And it was actually that person ended up being canceled and kicked out of the improv community. That person might have been hitting on me, we don't know. But
okay,
that
you have to tell me who that is later, first of all. I will need to know that.
It's a really funny thing because that person is like, for all intents and purposes, like excommunicated, doesn't live here anymore.
And you're like, they saved my life.
They saved my life. This person.
They might have ruined other people's lives, but they saved mine.
Absolute deviant was my ring of keys.
That
it's like
so
the craziest
funny.
thing of the world. It's very, very funny.
Yeah.
But I also, it's funny because you arrive to these things when you go like, oh, that's right for me. I'm gonna settle here. I'm gonna nest in this space. Yeah. And so like, for anyone to be like, no, is like exactly what we experience by like straight people.
100%.
So it's weird to do that.
Yeah, I think that labels and identities are used to be helpful.
Yeah.
And to be inclusive,
Yeah.
rather than to be like handcuffs and used as kind of like, I don't know, like weird marginalized badges of honor.
Yeah, totally.
To be like, well, I'm better than you because I'm this kind of orientation, or like whatever.
Yeah.
And I am a firm believer in like, I just think you should take up however much space you need.
I think
and
so.
I think that if you're mindful about how much space you actually need, I think that that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like,
I also think there's like a, you know, this is a weird defense of this, but like, I think there's certain types of people, I think we need to let people just kind of talk things out sometimes.
For sure.
We just need to let the people that are like really yell, and then their voice gets hoarse. You know what I mean? I'm like, sometimes you got to let it go, and then you're like, all right, that's out of your system, and I'm not poking that, and now we can kind of move on.
You know what I think is hard about that?
Yeah.
Is the internet. Because I think
they don't get tired.
they don't get tired. They love seeing themselves. And I think that used to, people did that into either a void or to someone who would knock their block off, which I'm a huge proponent of.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to do it anymore. You go to jail if you're an adult and you give one swift punch to someone's head. But I'm like, there are a lot of people that, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that type of like kind of smarmy, like whatever. I'm like, I don't want you to like really hurt them long term, but I'm like, some people just need like just have their block knocked off, and then they can kind of reset and be like, oh, I was being kind of stupid. Yeah. I think that's what we need.
We need a little bit. We need some internet. We need some internet fixers. We need some like Ray Donovans in the comments.
Yes, absolutely. Just like a little bit. I'm like, I just need someone to like really be humbled physically or emotionally. But I think that, just like with the internet, and then those people are too easily able to link up with each other. And instigate things. And then there are also so many people that I think that are just throwing stuff out there without truly feeling that way, which is always so interesting, because I'll see rude comments about myself sometimes, and then someone will leave a response to that person's rude comment, and then that person will then respond again and be like, oh, well, I don't know. I didn't, okay.
Yeah.
I'll delete my comment or whatever. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's so interesting. I can't fathom a world in which I'm just saying something that I don't believe in publicly.
I know. It's very, very strange. And people are so ready to be so mean to you too.
Yes.
And it's fascinating. I have this mustache, which is working, but I got it in April. I was trying it out for the month.
Sure.
And I posted online, like, be honest or be mean. I even said be mean.
Crazy to say.
And I know, crazy. Because I was like, usually I feel like I'm very lucky because I've cultivated a little space where people are pretty much nice to me.
Yeah.
And I'm very, 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 very lucky.
Sure.
Which is like cool because you can be yourself on the internet and you never know what's going to happen, right? And it's very interesting because one person said, like, just use that or like keep the mustache or get glasses. I've just always thought something was missing from your face. Which is something I have to stop thinking about. Just like you need something.
Okay, but that's really funny that they said that. Have you ever thought about that? That's actually one of the funnier things I've heard. I love that they said that. You asked for it.
I asked for it. And
that's
it was fine.
so crazy. That's so funny.
I loved it.
Get glasses.
And there
or
were
keep
some
the
people that
mustache?
were like, no. And then I'd be like, well, but also you are like a 14-year-old girl.
Sure.
And so I don't really care what you think of my face.
But you're asking them.
I know.
That's why you can't ask. My thing
shouldn't have asked.
I think similarly, I have cultivated a fan base that absolutely rocks. Like my fans and the fans of my podcast rule.
Yeah.
But then also when you have to go and exist on these other properties, where they're not just a fan of you, they're a fan of like whatever the thing is. A lot of times you can find people that have an issue with you, which is fine. I do not need everyone to like me.
No.
But people are I find myself to be such an inoffensive person.
I know. I don't think I'm doing much. I do also want to ask, I've been looking at this. There's a vanity plate up here, and I will dox them. It's ILVMJRB.
I
was like Major
League.
Major Baseball?
No,
I love
what's the R?
I think it's I love MJR, like Major.
Oh, Major B.
Oh, and then I crash right.
Can you imagine? Hey, so while we're exchanging license plates,
so what does it mean?
What does that mean? I love Major B.
I love Major B, or I love
Major B.
My JR, my.
Maybe his wife's a major bitch, and that's what I love. I love Major B.
I love this major bitch.
I love this major bitch. I love my wife.
I love my major bitch. Wow. Would you ever get a vanity plate?
No, because I think it's too much work.
It's
like
so,
I wouldn't
you have to like
do
register
it.
with the state.
It's too much work, but it's very funny. So if it was easier, maybe I would. But I would only have something that says something stupid, like I'm a bitch, or like
I'm a bitch,
like something like that.
But it would be I'm bitch because it has to be 7.
Can it, I am BTCH. What has to be 7? No, it can be less than 7. Can it?
I think it has to be, or you can use spaces. But you could do bitch is 5, and then it would just say I'm bitch.
No, you could do I am a bitch, but leave the I out of bitch.
Or I a bitch.
I a bitch, sure. If you leave the I out of bitch, people might think I'm doing butch, though, is the depending on the demographic of who's reading my license plate. I'm butch. That's really funny. I implore someone out there to get that license plate.
There are like a lot of, there's like rules for what vanity plates you can do and what vanity plates you can't do.
You probably can't have bitch.
Probably can't have bitch. Yeah,
right?
Probably not. I'm butch. You could do I'm butch.
I'm butch is a really good one. Is a really good one.
I think I could do, because Patrick is 7 letters, I could just get Patrick.
Just get Patrick? Yeah, that's fine.
There was a Jeep in my neighborhood that their vanity plate was Meryl Jeep, which was pretty good.
What does that mean?
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Jeep! Oh, that's very funny.
Really good, right?
I never would have gotten that. I'm not a big pun guy.
Oh, really?
I'm not great at them, no.
Reika's great at puns.
Reika's a professional pun master,
yeah,
and
Reika
I'm not great at them.
That's really
Sometimes she'll just pepper them into conversation. I do have to be like, what are you talking about? Can you explain that to me?
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, like that doesn't make sense to me.
Did you do theater? How did you find your way into this? Were you a theater person?
Yes. I was always a child that loved attention.
Okay.
I'm an only child.
Classic.
I'm very extroverted.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
also grew up exclusively around adults.
Okay.
It's just me and my parents. I have no siblings.
Really?
We're not really close to the rest of my biological family. And we grew up moving around a lot.
Okay.
So I was just alone with adults all the time.
Wow.
And my parents are working class. So my mom's a nurse. My dad worked at the airport. So I would go to work with them a lot because they wouldn't have childcare. And I would be sick or.
And you just hang out at the airport.
And I would sit back at baggage claim.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
This is pre 9/11 to be clear. Yeah. I'm not doing this recently. I don't want anyone to get mad at my dad. This was pre 9/11.
Would you watch people at baggage claim, or would you read a book or something?
I would be behind, when your bag goes through the wall,
Yeah.
I would be behind the wall.
No way!
So I'd be watching the bags. And then sometimes I would sit in the employee lounge or whatever, but I would either color or at one point my parents felt bad enough that they got me a portable DVD player and I had one DVD.
Yeah.
I had Billboard Dad, the Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen
Yeah,
movie
of
or
course.
something. I would watch that.
Wait, did you see
I would
any
eat.
weird bags? Do you remember any cool, noticeable,
No,
striking bags?
It was
Okay.
just so my normal, that
Yeah.
all the bags just kind of washed over
Just
me.
life. I went to my mom was a teacher at a school that was only for 6th graders, which was
That's very strange.
very weird. Wedgwood 6th in Fort Worth, Texas.
Interesting.
And I don't know if it's still there, but I was there once, and there was I was sitting by her students.
How old were you?
I must have been 7
Okay.
or 8, and I don't know why I was with her. I should have been in school myself. Maybe I was younger than that. Maybe I was 4 or 5. But this 6th grader drew a naked lady and showed me.
And how did you feel about that?
I haven't stopped thinking about it. It was such a specific. I see it so clearly,
Wow.
but it didn't make me. I mean, it was a drawing,
Sure.
but which. We're going Monrovia. This is, I think, where the the Red Lobster I go to.
We're heading out to.
We're going
to chain territory.
Deep Valley. Yeah, this is not Deep Valley. This is San Bernardino.
Yes.
Yeah. This is. But yeah,
That's so interesting.
It was very interesting, and I remember that very vividly.
That's beautiful. It is crazy the things that stick out in your mind from when you were a child.
No, it's really, really weird.
But to answer your question,
Yes.
I moved around a ton, and then in 6th grade I started at a new school that was a K through 8 school.
Okay.
So everyone knew each other except me.
Okay.
And one of the first days there, I just started talking to a girl, and she was like, I do theater. And I was like, I've been destined to do that my whole life. And she was like, well, I'm auditioning for Scrooge the Musical this afternoon. Would you like to come also audition for Scrooge the Musical? Okay. And I said, of course. So I went home. I learned my favorite things from
Sound of Music.
Sound of Music. And I went to the audition for Scrooge the Musical at the Fort Lauderdale Children's Theater. And I auditioned, and I got the role of Teddy Bear.
Whoa!
And that was it for me. For the rest of my life, I was an actor.
Wow, what did you have to do as Teddy Bear?
Well, I had to pretend to be asleep
Okay.
for quite a long time.
I love that. I love little kid asleep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I used Meisner technique for that.
Of course.
And
I'm asleep. You're asleep.
I'm asleep. You're asleep. Yes. And then I danced. I was in
Okay.
some big ensemble numbers.
The bear?
Mm-hmm. But I was like, this is for me. And I remember sitting on the stage at the Broward Center for the Performing Arts, being bare asleep and being like, everyone is freaking out at my performance. I was like, this is jaw-dropping for the people out there.
Actually fucking love this. They're actually going crazy for this.
People are going to mob me at the stage door after this. Really, truly, that's really genuinely how I felt. And I have so many moments of being a child feeling like that in so many different situations.
God, I'm crushing this.
Truly. I've said this before, but probably on something, but I mean, I used to, when I would go to the grocery store with my mom, I remember, and I would be 5th grade.
Yeah.
And I was a very husky child. I also hit maybe 5'6", 5'7" in maybe the 1st grade. So I was a giant. I was huge. I was absolutely huge. I was bigger than most of my teachers. And I would wear
now I'm just imagining you as this giant teddy bear.
Huge. I was like Hodor from Game of Thrones. I was huge. and I would wear like limited 2 Sophies rolled up that said like cheer across the butt.
Of
I was
course.
not a cheerleader.
Of course.
And I was wearing a little tank top, whatever. And I remember I would like be in the grocery line with my mom and be like, God, I feel so bad for the adult man that has to like check us out at the grocery store because I'm so hot and it's gonna be like hard for him to control himself. Like I actively remember thinking that.
I cannot relate to this less.
I
can't believe the confidence.
I was on one, and I don't know why. I don't know what it was. My parents are very neutral parents.
Yeah.
My parents weren't like, you're a star,
Sure.
you know, my parents are not like that at all. My parents are not very affectionate. They love me very much, but they're not very verbally or physically affectionate.
Yeah.
But they're very, you know, they're very supportive. But they're not very shame inducing either. They're very neutral. They're kind of just like, you do you. And they've always kind of been like that and kind of net neutral about all of it. So I would be like, did you love that? And they would be like, yeah, if you liked it, that's awesome. So I think it just kind of let me do my own thing and my mind went wild with confidence for a very long time.
Wow.
But yeah, so then I just started doing community theater. I was in every production we did at the Fort Lauderdale Children's Theater. And
was
I
that a big theater? Was it like a...
It was a pretty decent
It's
size.
a performing arts center. I hear that. I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah,
big.
but Art Center for Performing Arts is like the big, like where Broadway shows go. So we would do like some of our big shows there.
On the big stage?
On the big stage.
With the balcony?
On some of them, yeah, with the whole thing. And then, yeah, Fort Lauderdale Children's Theater did a bunch of stuff. And then when I was in 6th grade, one of the directors said, I was playing Alice in Through the Looking Glass, which was like Alice in Wonderland.
Of course.
At theater camp.
The prequel.
At Fort Lauderdale Children's Theater.
Yeah.
And she was like, I was on stage doing this bit, and she was like, ad lib, and I had no clue what she was talking about. And after, she was like, you're very bad at that. You need to go take an improv class. And I was like, okay. You're a bitch, is what I thought. But
well,
little did I know,
you're bad at ad-libbing.
she
I'm in
changed
a
my
play.
life. I was like, I don't know what ad-libbing is. I'm in 6th grade. I'm an idiot. So they had improv classes.
Yeah.
So I went and took an improv class, and immediately it just clicked for me.
Whoa.
And so I did short form for a little bit, and then I was able to take a long form class, and then they had like a high level, like high school improv team that did like festivals and stuff.
Okay.
And when I was in 8th grade, I auditioned and got in. And that was, for a long time, like my life.
Wow.
And then junior year of high school, I moved to Los Angeles, did some high school theater here.
Okay.
And then...
Which high school was that at?
Westlake High School.
Okay.
Not Harvard Westlake,
No.
just normal
Just
public
normal
Westlake.
Yeah.
And don't be scared, you're on this for 6.7 more miles.
Okay, perfect.
And did some high school theater, and then went to NYU for acting for college, and then did UCB while I was there.
Yeah.
And then my first job out of college was UCB's touring company.
Okay.
So that was kind of my...
You got in fast.
I did. Well, it was, you know, I didn't have a lot of options.
Yeah.
It wasn't like some of the people I know were like, well, you know, I was between being a doctor and going to college for acting.
Sure.
And it was not even a conversation what I would go to college for. I had no other choices.
This was it.
My parents were like, our only thing is you have to go to an actual college.
Okay.
My parents would not let me go to exclusively like a 2-year acting conservatory or anything like that. They were like, you need to understand money and life and have some other education, both for like your own personal well-being and
God, do I wish that these acting colleges had like a financial literacy class.
It really
would be
big
unbelievable.
time. Yeah.
Just somebody tell me how many dependents I have on a W-4.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't even understand. And I told that to my tax person yesterday, and he laughed at me, and I was like, no, answer me.
Yeah. They're like, you're so stupid, and why don't you know all this? I'm like, I don't know. Why don't you know how to do a sonnet, bitch? Like,
I know.
You can't do my job. I can't do your
You
job.
don't sit in front of 500 people and be funny from nothing, loser.
Yeah. Do you have the same accountant as Kim and Haley?
I don't.
Okay.
No.
We just started with their accountant.
You started with theirs?
Yeah.
I have the same accountant as Emily Skeggs. Do you know Emily Skeggs?
Not personally, but I know who it is.
Yes,
That's very funny.
Who's also a guest on the pod. We all share.
We all have to share.
We do have to share our financial people.
It's bad.
My lawyer I got from Kirby Howell Baptiste.
Okay, my lawyer is Lillian Raka's lawyer.
Okay, great. It's so funny the way we all share.
Yeah.
We have to.
We have to.
Yeah.
Because no one will pay attention to you if you don't have a
No.
reference.
No.
That's why everyone in this industry's parents are famous.
Yes.
Because you can't get in without a reference. So
No.
if your parents can't get you a reference and you're not a child actor,
Yeah.
where you don't need references, that's different.
Ooh, if you could pick, I've never asked this question. I think
Ooh.
I'm excited about it.
Okay.
Maybe I'll ask it again in the future.
Okay.
Depends on how this goes.
We'll see how I do, yeah.
If you could pick someone to be Nepo of, if you could pick famous parents and you could be their Nepo child, who would you pick to nepotize you?
So I think I probably have two answers, if I may.
Okay,
if I'm
please,
allowed.
please, you're welcome.
If we're just talking, so the only acceptable Nepos that I think exist
Mm-hmm.
are the Skarsgårds.
Interesting.
To me, the Skarsgårds are like a family from New Jersey that owns a plumbing company.
They're very salt of the earth.
And everyone that is in the family is in the plumbing company.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like any of them just fell into it
No.
because it was easy.
It's a trade.
These are people that are truly passionate about their family business.
Yes.
And I respect that. And I think they're all incredible. I love all the Skarsgårds. I would do anything for any of them.
They're very good.
They're so unbelievably strange.
They're very strange.
I love them. So if I were, I would say just to have respect, I would say I would want to be a Skarsgård.
Okay.
I'm sure they're far too intense for me. So if the question is, who would I actually like having as my parents?
Yeah, and what they give you, what you get from being their kid.
Yes, because I'm like, I don't know how much Stellan is doing for everyone. I'm sure.
No.
I think you can get a lot because you're a Skarsgård, but I can't
Yeah.
see Stellan helping them very much.
I don't think he's making calls.
No,
But-
and they're all very different.
Yeah.
All the kids are very different.
They're all very different. I wonder if Bill was on set for Mamma Mia. Do you think Bill ever visited Mamma Mia?
No.
Okay.
Bill is a man who's never seen Mamma Mia, and you can tell. He's haunted inside, and he's
He is.
never seen Mamma
I
Mia.
just saw a video of him the other day. Have you ever seen the video when he's playing Pennywise and they
And he's
finish
with
the
the
take and he goes like,
children.
"Great job, good
Yeah.
job, buddy."
He's really
He's
sweet.
really
I
sweet.
love him, and he's a dad.
He's a dad.
I love
Bill,
him.
We love you,
And
Bill.
I love Alexander Skarsgård. He
Yeah.
lights a fire in me mentally and physically like most others don't. I find him so unbelievably intriguing.
Did you see Pillion?
I've seen everything he's ever done.
Of course.
I've seen everything he's ever done. I'm
Yeah.
crying the whole time.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
silently, my face motionless, tears streaming down my
Yeah,
cheeks.
He's really amazing.
God knows what he's doing.
No, God. I know.
I love him. Who are like, well, I think so few actors are cool also.
I know.
Most really successful actors are very mentally ill.
They
I feel
are.
very lucky that my parents are extremely normal.
Yeah.
That I think that's a huge blessing, even though
Yeah.
I'm much less successful than I would be if they weren't.
Sure.
I do feel very blessed to have very like normal, grounded parents.
There is something about that. There is something about like how these you have to negotiate all these things. Like you're raised by a nanny or like you have this relationship. Like I did listen to Halle Berry on a podcast recently and
Sure.
she sounds like a really good, solid parent.
I could see that.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
a good
yeah.
solid woman in general.
Exactly. And Viola Davis went skydiving with her kid.
That's awesome.
That was very cool.
That's awesome. I feel I don't think I would want my parents to be comedians. I
No,
think that would be awful.
I think that would be hard.
I think I would want them to be just normal actors, not comedians.
Yeah.
Maybe like I don't know, George and Amal Clooney.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
that could
know,
be good.
something like that, or like
What
Daniel
about
Craig and
writers?
Rachel Weisz.
Writers or directors? Would
Oh,
you want writers?
I mean, sure, yeah, Spielberg's daughter. I don't know. That also would be. I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking actors. We also have musicians. We got all
Musicians.
kinds of people.
Oh yeah, I could be like an old rocker's kid, like somebody from Don Henley's kid.
Sure.
Well, but no, those rockers are drug addicts.
They're wild. They're wild.
I sound like my own parents.
Yeah.
You know, those rockers,
Those
are drug addicts.
But they all are. Actors are
They all are.
unwell. But there's so many. I mean, sure, a famous director's kid,
Yeah.
Michel Gondry's child. Somebody, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, sure, why
Yeah,
not?
that'd be nice.
A Coppola.
Yeah, of course.
Who wouldn't want to be a Coppola?
Of course.
But I actually wouldn't. I actually don't like a
No.
lot of them.
They are a mess.
Actually
kind
don't
of.
like a lot of
They
them.
kind of are the anti-Skarsgårds.
They are
They-
the opposite. Their work is understimulating, and they're doing nothing for me. They're putting out a flame inside me.
I know.
That's how I feel about them. Most of the Coppolas. I know Nick Cage is a Coppola who I love.
Jason Schwartzman's a Coppola.
Yes,
He's looped in.
He's in the middle to me.
Yeah.
On the spectrum of Coppolas.
Yeah.
He's in the middle to me.
I never watched Megalopolis, and I'm sad I didn't see it in theaters.
I
Did
couldn't
you
bring
see it?
myself to see it.
You
No,
couldn't
but
do
I
it.
used to watch Bored to Death. Do you remember
I
his
loved Bored
show
to
with
Death.
Ted Danson? Yeah, I loved Bored to Death. So I
Yeah.
would say he's like in the middle. I love Nick Cage.
Okay.
You know, Francis Ford Coppola, we really respect. Giada De Laurentiis, right? Isn't she
Is she
tangential?
a Coppola?
She's a De Laurentiis, actually. So
Yeah.
I think in my mind I was like, she's tangentially related.
Sophia as director?
Sophia's director is on the ass end of it for me.
You're not in.
I'm not a fan. I don't.
Okay.
Her only. I respect her for having a consistent vision.
Yes.
To me, her movies feel like she has a lot of money and a little bit of an uninteresting vision, is what I'll say.
Okay.
But she likes what she likes and she sticks to it for herself. So I do really respect that. I don't dislike her as a person or anything.
Yeah.
But for who's calling?
Is that me?
Yeah.
I've never heard this sound. Hold on.
Don't-
I answered it. Sorry. Sorry.
He fully answered the phone.
I answered the phone, and then the only thing the phone heard said, "Oh, I answered it."
Click. Wow. That's beautiful.
It said, did you see it said private call?
Yeah.
On my phone, too.
It was an 817 number.
Oh, that was a scam then. That's my hometown zip code.
Really?
Yeah, or my hometown area code. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm getting so many. It's the funniest thing in the world. I get a million things from my Texas zip code, or my Texas area code. I get a million things from Texas because it's like, your Texas toll tag, you have to pay it. And I'm like, bitch, I haven't been there in 12 years.
You said leave me alone.
Yeah, I said leave me alone. You're scamming me. These people, they're calling me from Texas. Nobody wants anything from me from Texas.
Sure. They're really close to getting my ass because I keep getting texts about a Domino's sweepstakes.
Really?
And I'm like,
got your number.
Who has my number? These scammers are reading me for fills.
Scammers.
They're like,
oh, God.
you won the Domino's giveaway.
Oh,
$1,000
my God.
worth of Domino's for, I'm like, wow. And it's also like an amount of money that I could believe. You know, it's not like, sometimes the scammers are like, oh, $100,000. I'm like, that's no way.
There's no way you texted me
$1,000
about
worth
that.
of Domino's? Sure.
I know.
I think it could be real.
There was one recently, something about a city thing that was like you need to click this for this Amazon something or other city.
Sure.
And I'm like, oh, I'm so close every time.
Yeah.
Are we close, by the way, to this?
In 2.1 miles, you're
Okay.
going to veer right onto the 57 south to Santa Ana, and then we'll be there in 25 minutes.
Whoa, okay, we're close.
It's flying by.
It's flying by. We're whizzing through.
We're having a great time.
We're having a blast. As we get into this, we're going into this buffet. Do you have, this is strangely, tangentially, the second buffet we've had on this podcast. The first buffet was Corinne's.
Which
Corinne
was
went
what?
to the Bacchanal buffet in Vegas, and she went on her own, and it was a bad idea because it was 9 a.m. She went to the buffet at 9 a.m. and had crab legs, and she said it was just a bad time to eat a buffet.
God, what I
Hard
would
to
do
hear
to be
that,
there
yeah.
with her. I would
know.
love to have been there with
I
her.
know, and I tried to go, but I couldn't make it up. I
Man.
couldn't wake up in time.
That's rough.
I know, and I feel bad for her that she did that.
Good for her, though.
Well, that was her whole goal the whole time. That wasn't like, she was like, I'm doing this. If anyone else can join, you're more than welcome.
Well, that's something I like about Corinne. I think she's very much that way in general.
She is that way in general.
She's kind of her own ship, but she's like, if you want to join my fleet, you're welcome.
You gotta be your own ship. Do you feel like you're that too? You go to movies as much as, if not more than I do.
Probably.
I go to movies a lot, but I go to movies a lot alone. Do you go to movies alone?
Yeah. I'm normally doing 4 movies a week if I can.
4? Just to get that money's worth.
Just to get my money's worth. But also, I think that it brings me joy.
Yes.
It's a time that I'm able to be out of my head, which is something that I really struggle with. I have obsessive compulsive disorder.
Okay.
And it can be very hard for me to turn my brain off despite all the therapy.
Yeah.
And when I'm sitting in a dark theater drinking an icy, I really am just present in a way I don't have the pleasure of being very often, unfortunately. So I love doing that. And I also think part of being in this industry, you kind of have to stay abreast of what's going on.
You do have to know.
You know?
It's very important. It's very special.
Yeah.
Because also, like, you get these random things out of the blue. I was on one of these generals the other day, and someone said, like, what's something you've seen in the last year that you wish you made? And I was like, you kind of have to know that.
Absolutely.
And so you can't really take too much time. You can obviously, like, think about it, but you have to have an answer.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, I have to be watching so much shit all the time.
We were at a dinner last night, a bunch of us, and we were at a communal table.
Yeah.
And 2 strangers were sat at our table, and of course it turns out they were both producers. And luckily we had all heard of the movie that they made recently.
thank God.
But if we hadn't, it's a bad look.
Yeah.
It's a bad
tough look. And you're like, oh no.
You know?
Was it a big movie?
No.
Okay, and that's even better.
Makes you look really good, you
Makes
know?
you look a lot better. And they
Makes
go,
you
oh,
look
you've seen it or
really
you've heard
good.
of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So
Very good.
that's good. But yeah, so it feels professional, but also joyful.
Mm-hmm.
And I like doing it with friends. And I have a lot of friends that are movie people too.
Yes,
So,
me
you know,
too.
my wife is one movie a week maybe.
Okay.
And it has to be a movie she really wants to see.
That's pretty good.
She does not want to see a movie she does not want to see.
Yeah.
I will see almost anything.
Wow.
Almost anything. But yeah, Corinne and I see movies together all the
Love
time. When Luke Field lived here, he and I would go see movies all the
yeah.
time. Yeah, I'm seeing stuff with people and by myself.
That's great.
Let's talk what we've seen recently.
Okay, well, we were just talking about, what was it, Hokum?
Hokum.
We just watched that last night.
We both watched Hokum last night.
I really liked it.
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Really good.
Thought it could have been scarier, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree. And then, what else have you seen recently? I feel like I just saw something else, too, that I really want to...
My things that I've seen this past week, I saw Over Your Dead Body.
I want to see that. Did you like it?
I liked it. I thought it was enjoyable.
Okay.
I thought it was. I love Samara Weaving. I think she's such
too.
a horror darling, and I really like watching her. Mm-hmm. Jason Segel, I met him once, and he was extremely nice to me, so I'm on his side.
Okay.
And I thought the movie was really fun, and I enjoyed watching it.
Oh, I saw the drama. Did
I was about to say I saw the drama.
Loved the drama.
I really liked the drama. It could have been shorter, which I think a lot of movies feel that way to me.
Yes.
And also, she was fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We can talk about it.
And that's the point of the whole movie.
You can look at this. Yeah. Spoilers. Don't watch.
Don't watch.
Don't watch this if you want to see what happens in the drama. But the kind of essential conflict of the whole thing, it did feel like it was not written by somebody who lived through the thing that they're concerned about.
Yes.
Where I was like, yes, that sounds horrible, but when I was in, okay, this just jump if you don't want to know the drama on the drama, because we're going to talk about it. I was in fucking 4th grade when Columbine happened, so I was thinking about school shootings every single fucking day. I'm 35.
Okay, I'm 33.
You're 33?
Yeah,
okay, great. Yeah, so you were younger even. Yeah. And so it was like, yeah, of course I was thinking about that. Of course I was involved. Like, it was like, it was not like, but I'm like this kind of ruminating vibe of like getting into this thing. Like, I don't know. It didn't feel like anybody my age would be that appalled by what she said.
Yes, and for those out there wondering what she said,
Yeah.
she said that when she was in middle school, she planned a school shooting but then never did it.
Yeah.
But the context of it is like, she's a black girl who moves to like an all-white school and gets bullied really badly and doesn't know anyone, and then she doesn't end up doing it, and then she becomes like the head of the like anti-gun club at her school.
Right.
She becomes like a big anti-gun activist, but the people around her are like, the fact that you even ever thought about doing that is like the worst thing that you could have ever possibly done. But I feel like part of me feels like that's the point of the movie. But at the same time, I was also like, I don't know if I feel like they like leaned into it enough to make that what the commentary of the movie is about.
Totally.
But I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah. Also, by the way, we're out here by Raging Waters, and I didn't know that was out here.
Should
The
we
water
go?
park. Should we go?
Go to a big buffet and then a water park?
I will say, if we're by Six Flags, I'd absolutely go to Six Flags today.
Unfortunately, we're, I think, the opposite direction of Six
great.
Flags.
Do you like Six Flags? I do.
I've never been because I'm not a roller coaster person.
You're not?
I know.
Okay.
It feels surprising. It feels like I would be, but I
Yeah.
get really motion sick.
Okay.
So just out of necessity, I'm not.
Can't do it.
But I would go and watch you guys do all the roller coasters.
Just
and I
me.
would take a
What if
picture
it was
of
just
an
you and
animal.
me,
Yeah.
and then I just did
I'm
it
just
all?
down at the bottom.
Yeah,
Hi.
exactly. Hi.
I would. Yeah, I absolutely would.
Okay, great. Wait, okay. Are there any other movies that you really loved recently?
Well, I'm not going to say I really loved it, but I saw The Mummy.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to see that. Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Which is so crazy. I'm pulling up my
Am I
letterbox
going
to
the
see
right way?
whatever.
Oh, yeah. And let me know.
Yeah, you're going the right way.
Okay, cool.
In 3 miles, you're going to get off on exit 18.
Love it.
Sunset Crossing Road.
Sunset Crossing Road. Love it.
Actually, do you have a phone charger I can use?
You
Or
can
no,
use
is
this.
that illegal?
You can use this.
Thank you. My phone's about to die.
As long as you have an older iPhone.
Oh, no.
Do you not?
No.
Okay, well, I'll give you...
This is the worst thing that's ever happened.
No. We'll figure it out, because I probably have that port, or that cord at some point.
We'll figure it out later. If my phone dies, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so I saw The Mummy. I thought it was fun, some good gore.
Okay.
You know, I didn't expect that much from it.
Okay.
It's weird that they're selling it as Lee Cronin's Mummy. Who is that? He did one Evil Dead movie, okay. Not to disrespect him, but to me it feels like if they were like...
really weird.
You know.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. I saw Mother Mary.
Oh, I want to see that.
Corinne and I saw it. We hated it.
Okay. Good
Sorry.
to know. No, it's
Sorry,
okay.
we hated it.
It's okay to know that.
What did I love recently? I saw You, Me, and Tuscany. That wasn't good.
Okay.
I loved They Will Kill You.
Oh, I gotta see that with Zazie Beetz.
Yeah, I thought that was really fun.
I wanna
I'm
see
a big
that.
fan of like extreme violence to the point that it's cartoonish.
Yes.
Which that movie was, which I really
That's fun.
loved. Yeah, what about you?
I'm trying to think. I did like the drama a lot. I'm trying to like, I gotta go look at my list. Okay, start heading over. Sunset Crossing Road.
Yeah. which I think is the next one.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm going to think about it. I feel like, what did I see recently that I really liked? I did go to the theaters. What was that? I don't know.
Okay, let me see what else I saw, and maybe...
There's no way for me to know. I want to see, have you even seen Devil Wears Prada yet?
No, didn't that come out last night?
It came out last night, yeah.
How would I have already seen it?
We were watching
You and I were at a movie last night. You thought I saw it this morning before you picked me up?
Just pop in. Oh my God, we're in Diamond Bar. One of my favorite improv specifics of a city I've never actually been to.
That's very funny. Do you know, if I'm not mistaken, the original Del Taco is in Diamond Bar.
What?
And I know that because one time, you know Rachel Chapman?
Yeah.
Rachel Chapman and I drove to Las Vegas and back in one afternoon.
Okay.
To see Usher's Vegas residency,
Crazy.
which obviously is in bad taste now, but it was a different time, which is really devastating because I'm a huge fan of Usher's
Did he do the
music
roller
and always
skates?
have been. He did the roller skates, of
Oh
course.
my God.
I cried. I loved it. We had the time of our lives. But we stopped. Oh no, what is this? Where are we?
Diamond Bar?
Maybe it's Barstow.
Barstow. Yeah. Barstow's on the way to...
God,
Vegas.
isn't it awful to be telling a story and then realize you're wrong?
Terrible.
The original Del Taco is in Barstow, and I remember we stopped at a Chili's in an Applebee's in Barstow.
Okay.
Because Applebee's had sent me a gift card.
Whoa.
And we stopped there, and then our waitress, who is still one of the nicest people I've ever met, she was so funny, she was like, you guys have to go to the Del Taco Barstow, because it's the original one.
Okay. Respect.
That has absolutely nothing to do with where we are right now.
It's okay.
I hate that.
Wait, well, I do want to circle back, because we're getting close-ish to this Soup and Fresh.
Are we filming inside the place?
Not at all.
Not
no,
at
it'll
all.
be B-roll.
Oh,
and
it's
also,
just
I
you and me
forgot to
having
tell you, you have
lunch.
your own camera in here that we haven't even used.
Oh
We'll
my
use it a little bit on the way
God.
back.
Okay. I hope it's a GoPro.
You thinking right or left? Right.
Left.
Okay. What's your dessert or your bar strategy? What is your buffet strategy?
I am someone that says live your life.
Okay.
I know people feel really strongly about don't do pasta, don't do drinks, don't do whatever. For me, especially, this is not that expensive. I understand if you're at the Bacchanal buffet where it's like $160, you want to eat enough crab that it evens out. But here, I'm like just trying to maximize enjoyment. I'm so sorry, turn right.
No,
I'm
you're
not
fine.
navigating
No,
anymore.
you're good.
I just want to maximize enjoyment.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get a ton of Jones Broccoli Madness salad.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a Dr. Pepper. You got the green?
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
Oh my God, look at that tiny little arrow.
Yeah, you got your own little arrow.
Doing it different in Diamond Bar. Okay.
I'm gonna do, Jones Broccoli Madness salad. I'm gonna do a Dr. Pepper. I'm gonna do a baked potato.
Yum.
I'm gonna do mac and cheese.
Oh.
God willing, they have tortilla soup.
Yeah.
Loaded up with all the toppings. Like, I'm just gonna do what feels
This is gonna
right.
fucking rock.
I think we're gonna have a really,
I
really
kind of
good
forgot
time.
all those things are here.
We're gonna have a really, really, really good time. I have 100 cornbread muffins.
In Dallas, there's this thing called Super Salad, which is very similar to this. And I have a very vivid memory once where a guy told me, like, hey, please tip. Like, we get paid $2.85 an hour. And I thought about that. I was 10 when I was told that. And I thought about that a lot because I was like, is that legal? But I guess with tip share, it's...
Well, and if you're an hourly employee.
Hourly, it's okay.
Rather, if you're getting server minimum wage,
Okay.
it's not legal. If you're getting like a
Custodian
hourly rate
or a cashier.
Yeah. I know this because I used to be a cashier.
Okay, tough.
Yeah.
But they had a blueberry bread,
Oh.
which I think Soup Plantation has sometimes. And I
Sure.
would love to keep an eye out if they have a
Oh yeah,
blueberry
turn
bread.
left here.
Okay, great.
I love that. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out for that. Two things I want to say.
Yeah.
One, I feel like these types of restaurants are really popular in the South.
Yes, they are. They're big.
Yeah, as you know, I'm originally from New Orleans
Yeah.
and then moved to South Florida. But I grew up going to a place in New Orleans called Piccadilly. That was a huge one for us.
Piccadilly.
Piccadilly, they have
Okay.
they have things like carrot souffle. You can get fried catfish. Unbelievable.
God.
Unbelievable. Also, can I tell you one of my biggest pet peeves?
Yes.
I think there's a trend on the internet that's been for the past few years where people will be like, if I go to a restaurant and all they're doing is ringing me up, I'm not tipping. And people have gotten like really confident in this opinion.
It's insane.
I think it's insane. I think it's so stupid. And I think people are like, they're not working hard enough or some kind of weird, but it's like not weird conservatives.
Yeah.
It's like young people who seem cool, but I think it's a very like nasty and conservative take because I'm like, as someone, I've worked like almost every position you can work in a restaurant.
Yeah.
I worked as a cashier at a restaurant for a long time. I hate to break it to you, those people aren't rolling in dough. You actually don't need to humble them.
Yes.
And it is like, you might just see them being like beep, beep, beep into the cash register.
Yeah.
First of all, you're interfacing with customers all day, and most of the time they're mean to you.
Yeah.
Second of all, you have a lot of other tasks. A lot of times you are cleaning the restaurant when it opens and when it closes. And you're still not making a good hourly rate.
And if you use the bathroom, tip.
Yes. So I'm
That's all
just
I'll
like,
say.
I see so many people talking about that. They're like, yeah, I'm not tipping you if all you did was hand me, just stay on this. Yeah. I'm not tipping you if all you did was hand me a plastic cup for my drink. I'm like,
out, bro.
if you can go to a restaurant, you can tip.
Yeah.
You can tip.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
This is a vulnerable thing for me because I'm about to reveal my tipping patterns at coffee shops.
Okay.
And you don't have to either. I think this is a lot
No,
of
I
people
will. I
vulnerable.
think we should be honest.
We should talk about it. So my general rule, and you can tell me if this is wrong or not, is $1 an item is what I tip. Instead of 20%, 25%. I tip, like, if I buy a $6 coffee, I tip $1.
At a counter service place.
At a counter service place.
Of course.
If I buy a coffee and a pastry, I tip $2. That's usually like every item I add $1.
I think if you are tipping at a counter service restaurant, it is appreciated, speaking from my personal experience.
Okay.
I typically do $1 based on the person in my party.
Okay.
At a counter service restaurant.
Okay.
But also, that's just like, I'm just talking if the service is standard and normal, I'll tip, like, if it's me and my wife and we get 2 sandwiches and 2 drinks, I'll tip $2.
Okay.
If they're super nice, I'll hit the highest button on the percentage on the thing.
Yeah, if they're really good.
Yeah, if they're really nice. If I'm a regular, I'm psycho. My wife and I are nuts if I'm a regular. And sometimes, like, if you go to a restaurant with me that I go a lot to, people will be really nice to me. And it's because my wife and I will tip 50 to 100% depending on the restaurant.
You go hog wild.
Well, we both worked in restaurants for a long time, and it's hard. And for literally the first time ever, she and I are not living month to month.
Yeah.
And you gotta pay it forward. And I love just like going out to dinner. I want it to be a good vibe for everyone. Yes. So when we go to our regular places, I'm coming in, I'm hugging the server, we're sitting down, I'm like, how's your mom? Like, that's what I want. We're all having fun. You're getting on the 71 to South Corona. Yeah. Okay. I want us to all have a good time. But it's working in customer service is absolutely grueling. Working in restaurants is awful. You're on your feet nonstop. It's miserable.
It's a nightmare.
So I'm just like, just be tipping. If every time you get coffee you tip $1, by the end of that person's day, that can add up to $30 extra, which can make a huge difference to someone. That could be someone's groceries for the week.
That's true.
It really, really helps. So you don't have to, like, do all of it.
Okay.
But tip. And then when you're at a restaurant, tip 20%. If your server's really nice or you get a lot, then tip more.
Yeah.
I will say I'm always tipping. I'm not doing the thing where it's like, and then I'll tip the amount to make it an even whatever. I can't do the math.
I never do the roundup.
I have to just do the exact calculation. So people will be like, why are you tipping, 120, 154 instead of just, or not what I'm tipping, but that's what the bill finals out to be.
Yeah.
They're like, why aren't you just making it 122 or whatever? I'm like, I can't do that math. I have to take out a calculator and I have to do it, and then I just write down, you're going this way, yeah, perfect. I just have to write down exactly what the calculator told me to write down.
I move the decimal point times 2. That's always what I do. You can't do it.
I can't do, well, it's too fear-inducing for me. My worst fear is that I incorrectly tip someone.
Yeah, totally.
So even if I will calculate to make sure 20% on a $20 bill, or what I mean? Like,
totally.
I will just do it because I'm so paranoid about not tipping someone enough, and I would hate to do that.
I know.
So I'm always just like, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Okay, and that's a good thing to do.
So that's how I'm tipping.
That's nice. Well, we're gonna tip today too.
Oh, we're gonna tip big.
Tip so hard.
I love Super Fresh. The people that work here are so nice. They will stop at your table every 5 seconds.
Really?
Like, can I take anything? Can I take anything?
Oh my God! How many times have you been here?
I've been here twice.
Okay.
Once with Luke Field.
Love it.
Was our first time we came. He brought me for my birthday because we used to go to Soup Plantation together all the time.
Oh, I love that.
And so he brought me as a surprise for my birthday. And then I came with Leonard Smith Jr. one time because he heard me talking about it. And I was like, let's go. So we went, we had a great time.
I love that. Where am I getting off?
2.6 miles at Chino Hills Parkway.
Chino Hills
we
Parkway.
passed a Sonic.
Wow.
A lot of good stuff is out here.
This one, are we going to the Chino Hills one?
I guess so. It was the closer one.
Okay.
It was closer by 20 minutes.
I've never been to Chino Hills in my life.
Wow. Well,
do you like Sonic?
Yes and no. I am a drink fiend.
I was gonna
a
say
soda
we
freak,
could get cherry limeades on the way back.
and we absolutely should. I didn't want to ask because you're driving.
No, I would love to do that.
I would love to do that. I love Sonic. I
Yeah.
love beverages, so that would just. I would go to Sonic and get a grape cream slush with nerds in it when I was a
my
child
God.
in Jackson, Mississippi, when I was visiting my grandma.
Woo! I remember those. There was a Sonic right across from my high school,
Delicious.
and that was like you would just hang out at the Sonic all
Yes.
the time.
This is what I'll say. And I'll get like a cheddar and peppers, you know?
Oh
like
yeah, love those.
Love those.
Yes, yes.
But I don't think that Sonic is for, I don't eat red meat.
Okay.
Sonic is, I think, more a burger place. The chicken's
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fries aren't incredible. So for me, it's more of a drink restaurant.
Okay.
But I really like it, and I get why other people like it.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know?
It's also like really wrecked me before.
Of
Like it's like
course.
ruined my body
Sure.
in a really horrible way, really quickly. I got a breakfast burrito there once on a road trip, and it ruined the trip.
That feels like a crazy thing to get at Sonic.
I know. I
You
know.
What fast food breakfast are you doing in a perfect world?
Oh, perfect world. I mean, if we're saying perfect world, then we don't have to worry about political alliances. And
No.
then
Everyone
I
loves
can do a
gay
chicken
people.
biscuit. Yeah, of course.
You can do a Chick-fil-A chicken
But
biscuit.
honestly, no. Here's the thing. I would do a Whataburger honey butter chicken biscuit.
Of course.
Or taquito from Whataburger because those are incredible. I keep seeing people, and I want to talk about this. People keep posting about Whataburger being like, I think this is going to be bad. It's bad.
Are
it's
you
actually
specifically
mid.
referencing Artoon, who just posted
Yes,
that yesterday?
I am because I
I've
saw
seen
that
other people say
yesterday.
this too, yeah.
But somebody else said that about a month ago too.
I think people do this thing where they are like, this is going to be the most delicious thing. People do about
Yeah.
In-N-Out too.
Yes.
They'll be like, everyone acts like In-N-Out is so good, but it's just
Yeah.
a burger. I'm like, of course.
Right.
In-N-Out has never said it's anything other than
No,
just a burger.
that's my thing. I'm not saying it's amazing. I'm saying I like it.
But also, I think you
That's all.
can say it's amazing.
That's
Get
true.
off.
I'm getting up here.
Yes. I think you can say it's amazing for what it is. I think the quality and the taste for the price for an In-N-Out
Yeah.
burger and the service is amazing.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. Do I think it's like the same as going to a Jose Andres restaurant? No, but like
No.
I'm never saying that. So for me, I'm so sorry, left.
No, you're fine.
I'm so sorry. I'm
love
so
these.
excited to be chatting that I
I
don't
love
know
the rhythm. I'm loving it.
I think that Whataburger is delish.
Yeah, I love it.
I am also a honey butter chicken biscuit guy.
Yes.
I love their onion rings. I love their sweet tea.
Oh my
I love their
God.
Dr. Pepper milkshake that they have sometimes.
Yeah.
I love that Texas toast barbecue chicken sandwich.
Oh my God.
I think it's very good. Is it the best thing I've ever had? No, but
No.
like relax.
Yeah, exactly. It's breakfast from 11 to 11.
Yeah,
You can get it at any time.
which is beautiful.
It's delicious.
Okay.
Wait, what's your number one?
In 0.3 miles, you're turning right into the plaza.
Oh my God, we're going in, and
My
we're going.
number
And this is
one-
also how I know we're not in LA anymore. You see a corner bakery.
Oh,
Corner
yes.
bakeries don't exist in the LA city
Oh
limits.
yes, and look at these big plazas.
I know. Look at this, and a Dave's Hot Chicken, which, by the way, used to be. Did you ever go to Dave's Hot Chicken when it was a literal stand in a parking lot next to Tabula Rasa in
Yes.
Hollywood? We used to go there and
Yes.
order chicken tenders, and it would take an hour and a half to get
Yep,
there.
and then I remember when they had one location.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're the biggest chain of all time right now.
Crazy.
It's great. They're in Dallas. They're all over the
Oh,
world.
that's wild.
I know. Am I turning in here?
You can turn to this next one.
Okay, wait. Your breakfast.
I mean, I have to stand right there with you. I love a honey butter chicken biscuit from Whataburger. I love, this is not specifically breakfast, but I will do a Taco Bell bean and cheese burrito for breakfast or a Del Taco
Oh,
bean and
yeah.
cheese. I think I could eat a bean burrito every day for the rest of my life and never ever be upset. I love them, and I think they're the perfect source of like protein plus carb.
Yes. Can I ask? Have you ever been to in Texas? This might be a really regional chain.
I have family in Austin, so
Okay. Have you ever
let's
been
talk
to a
about it.
Taco Bueno?
I have not been to Taco Bueno. I've been to Taco Cabana.
Okay, Taco
I've
Cabana's
been
fantastic.
to Chewy's.
Taco Bueno, shout out,
Torchy's?
the best in the world.
Wow.
I'm obsessed because what they have is party burritos, which are these tiny bean
Small.
and cheese burritos, and they're so little, and you can get so many of them. They're so cheap.
Have you been to Burritos Las Palmas here in LA?
No, I haven't yet.
They're doing those kind of burritos.
Okay.
You gotta go.
Get me the babies. Come
You gotta
on.
go. You get 2, 3, depending on how hungry you are.
Okay, that's
I
huge.
love that as well because the ratios are just superb.
And I love a tortilla.
oh, I love a tortilla.
Oh my God. So
I'll say
delicious.
this. I'm a little ashamed sometimes. Unless it's like tacos I'm getting from a truck,
Yeah.
I want a flour tortilla.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
All right, guys, here's the deal.
We're here.
We're at Super Fresh. We did it. I can't believe we're here.
It flew by.
It flew by. Okay, we're going to go in and we're going to eat. We'll talk to you in a bit. Bye. Whoa! Oh my God, we got a cool little kind of light trick back here, by the way. Which is,
the back of your car's Brat Green.
It's Brat's Trunk Summer!
Brat Trunks.
I have a boogie board back there. From when
that's cool.
Try to take Anna Garcia to the beach.
I love the beach.
It's kind of glowing.
That's beautiful. Don't get distracted while you drive.
Okay, you're right. Sorry. Okay, guys, we're back.
Ooh, and we're full.
We're back and we're full. We had a great time.
We did.
At Soup and Fresh.
We talked about all kinds of stuff.
You would never believe the kind of stuff we talk about.
We could never say it on a podcast.
We could never say it. It was all cuss words.
Yeah. That's what Kendall and Rick and I always say if there's something where we want to say something maybe controversial, or we always say, I wouldn't say this on a podcast, but...
Oh, that's good. That's a nice thing to say. Well, let's say some of those. No, I'm just kidding.
Say them now.
You know what I will say? I'm going to say, I was meaning to tell you this the whole time.
Okay.
I went out, maybe it was Reika's birthday. You couldn't make it.
Oh, recently?
Yeah, recently.
Yeah. I was on there. Set for something and Kendall was there.
And I had a delightful time with Kendall.
Oh, I heard you two had quite the time.
We hit it off.
What
did you hear?
She said you guys partied a little.
We did party a little.
And she had a great time. She really liked you.
We chatted. I like her too. But also what I like about Kendall is that the kinds of questions she asks in a group are literally orientation group questions where it's she's asking really great questions to get everyone talking. She wants to talk.
She loves to talk. She's very, I guess turn right. Well.
Oh, it's really making me loop around.
Because you can't do a U-turn here, that's why.
Kind of an endless suburbia situation.
I think you could do anything.
Do you think I should
U
it?
Not here, but I think you could go up a little bit more and U it.
It's telling me to go in here?
Yeah,
Commons Drive?
Seems crazy.
Well, we'll do it and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, Kendall, what I will say too, especially at a birthday thing, Kendall really genuinely wants people to feel happy and special.
Yeah.
And so Kendall has I'm sure she asked her birthday questions, which she does every year.
She did.
Yeah, she always, if it's your birthday and you're with Kendall, she's going to ask her famous birthday questions.
It's so cute.
Which are what is your motto or mantra for next year?
Okay,
I actually don't know what's happening.
It's making me take a U-turn.
And then pull back out?
What it was trying to make me do is go to the light and take a U-turn.
I'm sorry.
No, okay. Wait, the Kendall questions?
Yeah, what's your mantra or motto for next year? What is your favorite thing you did last year? There's a third one that's what are you most looking to do next year, or what's something you learned last year? She got a couple of them, but she will always ask them to everyone on their birthday. So if you're ever with Kendall on your birthday, she will ask you the birthday question.
It's so sweet.
But she likes in general to chat and have a nice time.
Yeah, me too. I love a conversationalist, obviously. This is what I do, but it's so funny.
Left.
Okay,
no,
left.
You can stay here.
Should I get in the wider lane? Okay, cool.
Just stay here.
Also, tiny note. I love this. This is a phrase that came to my head just now. It's mountains that I don't recognize. These mountains will look like the San Gabriel Mountains, but they're not. Look at those mysterious mountains over there.
They're beautiful.
They're stranger mountains.
What are they? Are those the Chino Hills?
They must be the hills of Chino.
I love them. They're beautiful.
No, but I love, you can hang out with so many people, and sometimes I think as artists and people that are creatives, we can talk for a long time.
Yeah.
And then you'll go somewhere else and people talk and you realize, oh, these people have never spoken this much in their life. People don't speak a lot. It's
really wild. My mom will make fun of me sometimes because she's like, wow, you just think about so many things I would never think about. Just random things where we'll see a movie and then after the movie I'll be well, but this and this and this. My mom's like, yeah, I guess I just watched it in a more surface level way than you did because I would never think about any of those things.
We have
my feelings.
Oh yeah. She's like, I would never think about that.
I would never think about your feelings.
We have a mutual friend that is...
You and Kendall?
No, you and I.
Oh, you and I.
You and I have a mutual friend that is dating somebody who is not in the improv community, and I've been with them before, are we going to go out? Maybe we can go to this improv party or whatever. And she'll go, ugh, I don't want to go to a talking party tonight.
That's so funny. Are we not allowed to know who it is?
All we do is talk.
You can tell me later.
I'll tell you later. No, I'll tell you. It's Jeremy. It's Jeremy and his girlfriend, Christina.
Oh, Christina, of course.
Which we love them. But I think this is not a damning thing to say. But she'll just go oh God, I don't want to go to a talking party tonight.
That's so funny.
She wants to go out. She wants to dance. She wants to have fun.
Recently we saw her at Hollywood Forever Cemetery at a thing, and we were all out on the dance floor, and Kendall and I saw her from across the dance floor, and then we danced towards each other, and then when we got to each other, Kendall got to her first, and she put her face in Kendall's neck and gave her a little lick. Yeah. And then she pulled back with a look of disgust on her face, and she said, "Ugh, you're salty."
What the hell?
And Kendall was like, yeah, I'm sweating. We're all on the dance floor outside.
Why would she? That is the funniest.
She was like, good to see you girls. We all did a big group hug, but Kendall was like, damn, why'd you have to be so rude about how I taste?
We've been trying for about 8 months to get Jeremy and Christina on this podcast together because I want people to meet Christina. She is, when I go out with her, she's the most fun in the world, and I've never been more stressed in my life.
She's wild.
She is so wild and so much fun. And there's like a couple years where there's like a Halloween party that I was invited to that she wasn't invited to, that she would sneak her way into the party. And of course, by the way, and then it would always stress me, and she's like, just go fast, just like do this. And I was like the person that had to do it.
What is this, a celebrity's Halloween party?
Such a rule follower.
Why did she have to sneak in?
It was not even really a celebrity's, I don't know. It just had a tight guest list. And she always got in. And then she ended up making friends with somebody. We go to someone else's fancy house. And then we have like wild stories at like 5 a.m. with like me and Angela and Christina and Jeremy somewhere that I would never imagine I ever would be.
She's very fun.
She's so much fun.
You know, Jeremy's one of the first people I met when I moved to LA.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that fun? We met and
amazing.
Immediately we did one improv scene together.
Wow.
And then we both looked at each other like this.
Oh.
And then we were both like, are we vibing?
I love that. We love
and
Jeremy.
We've been friends ever since.
That's the best.
I feel very lucky to have met such nice people when I moved out here.
No, it's cool.
Because some people when I moved out here were not nice, I'll say that.
Oh, really? What's the meanest thing that somebody said to you when you just moved out to LA? You don't have to say who they are.
I'll tell you who it is later.
Okay.
But when I first moved out, I got invited to do an indie improv show by a friend who I like. And she was someone I knew in New York. But I guess the night that I was there, and I had just moved to LA, I guess the night that I was there was like some like special bonding night or something. And so they all had like prepared nice things to say about each other.
What?
So when it was my turn to like get up with my improv mashup team that I didn't know anyone on, this one person, gender I'm sure you could guess, went down the line and said nice stuff about everyone, and then got to me and was like, I don't even know you, like, why are you even here? And then laughed, and then everybody laughed, and I was like, I'll never forget this, and how dare you try to embarrass me in front of a group of people.
That sounds like a literal nightmare.
Dare you? I didn't feel upset.
Yeah.
So contrary to
60
you,
West?
sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
The opposite of you, I don't feel embarrassed very often.
Oh yeah, speaking of shame. You don't feel embarrassed.
I don't feel embarrassed very
good.
often. I feel good pretty much. Well, you know, I do think about things I do quite a lot. So I'm not very impulsive.
Right.
So I think it's easy for me to stand behind a lot of the things I do, you know, barring mistakes and things like that.
Sure.
But I also just don't find it to be a particularly helpful emotion.
Yeah.
I just don't feel it very much.
Good for you being able to pick the helpful emotions. I think that's been a hard thing for me. I think emotions are not helpful for me frequently.
Sure. But I do get angry.
Interesting.
I can get very angry.
Yeah.
And I get very sad, but not at stuff like that.
Okay. You're like, whatever.
But I have
You're
big...
like, fuck that.
Yeah, I have big feelings in general. Very big feelings.
Yeah.
But I'm quicker to anger in a situation like that than embarrassment.
You know what's so funny is, and this is just where I'm at in my life, but I've shed that for a long period of my life. It's kind of like, I don't know you, you're not important, whatever. I'd be like, you're right, I'm nothing. I'll see you later. But then I go the other way where it does come out as anger, where I go, I'll prove you how nothing I am.
Oh yeah.
I'll like be really awful to myself and embarrass myself so bad you feel bad.
Wow, that's not where I thought that was going to go. That's so interesting.
I know. It's like a weird, like, won't you suffer because I'm so pathetic? And
That's
then
so
they
crazy.
don't suffer.
I get very like, you've made the very like Pretty Woman in the dress store.
Okay.
I'm like, you've made the biggest mistake of your life because you can't even possibly fathom how successful I am. No, stay in the same.
Okay, great. We're getting on Phillip Branch Road.
We're getting on, yeah. I saw Diamond Bar? I saw Diamond Bar and I saw Phillips Road, and I thought this road was called Lou Diamond Phillips Road. And I was like, wow, he must be around here.
God, I wish.
But yes, so I get so that person did that to me, and they haven't been not nice to me. If someone was consistently not nice to me, I would have words with them.
Yeah.
But you're turning right when you get up here.
Okay.
They have not, we interact very minimally.
Okay.
And when we do, they're nothing. They have such a bad personality and they're just so uninteresting that we don't speak very much. And I'm not a big grudge holder, but I'm also a believer in like, all you have to do is like, change. Oh God, I almost dropped that camera.
Okay.
All you have to do is change your behavior or apologize.
Yes.
You know, so like if someone came to me and they were like, "Hey," I feel weird about people who were like bullied in high school and like still really hold a grudge about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of like, I was bullied when I was younger, and I'm kind of like, unless it's something like really egregious, so you're gonna turn left in 0.2 miles.
This is taking us through a neighborhood. I'm obsessed.
We're seeing all kinds of stuff out here.
Yeah, I know. I've never been. Rio Rancho.
All kinds of stuff in Rio Rancho.
Okay,
we're in Pomona. Yeah, I'm just like, everyone was bullied in high school.
Yes.
Some people are bullied by other students. Some people are bullied by their parents.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody has stuff going on in high school. So for me, I'm kind of like, it's all a wash.
Yeah.
Personally is how I feel about it. But if someone did something rude to me and then later they were like, "Hey, I'm really sorry I did that. I was like not in a good place." I'd be like, "Oh, great." Or if someone's rude to me one time, but then every other time I ever dealt with them, they were nice, I would just probably assume that they were having a bad day or something.
Yeah.
But if you do something really rude and then act kind of shitty the rest of forever, why would I ever not be like, "You're a loser"?
Yeah.
Right?
How do you feel about people whose brand is like, "I'm mean to people," or like, "I'm rude," or "I'm sassy," or like, sassy's different. But oh no, it's not. Sassy's not different. There's certain types of people that are like, "I'm gonna get you all the time."
I tell it like it is.
Yeah,
That's the energy.
That type of person.
I don't like that energy.
Okay.
I think that there's layers to it though, because I think that some people might say I'm that kind of person.
Interesting.
Not anyone that knows me, but maybe like commenters on the internet.
Yeah, totally.
Because I think sometimes people don't like the way that I speak to men on the internet that I work with.
Okay.
And I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Turn left here. Because when I'm working a job, I'm doing what's needed for the job.
Yeah.
So if an antagonistic energy is going to benefit what I'm doing, benefit the comedy, help the other person I'm with like play off the thing or whatever, I'm fine to provide an antagonistic energy.
Totally.
If it's not, I'm happy to just do like a more passive energy or more engaged or like whatever the thing is. So I think that people can kind of read things wrong from the internet, not knowing what's going on. For example, Kendall and I have a podcast.
Yes.
Happy Wife, Happy Life. You should go listen to it.
Oh yeah.
But one time we had someone on.
We got a Cybertruck behind us, by the way.
Oh,
Making
good.
a big stink.
Oh, good.
So if you hear some noises, that's our Cybertruck. Oh no, it's not actually. Cybertruck's being silent. It's the Shelby next to us.
Of course.
And you think it's the Cybertruck, but it's the Shelby, and that's kind of a life lesson. So go ahead.
You're gonna turn left in 1.1 miles on Avenida Rancheros.
Okay, Avenida Rancheros come through.
That sounds delicious.
So, can I get the Avenida Rancheros?
Thank you. Spicy. So we had someone on our podcast once who came on and they were like, "I have never been on a podcast before.
Okay.
I'm so nervous."
Oof.
And we were like, "Do not be nervous. We have your back. Don't worry at all." So there were multiple times in the episode where she's like talking about something and you could tell she kind of trails off or stops or whatever.
Yeah.
So Kendall and I would like jump in and be like, "Of course, like this thing, blah, blah, whatever."
Yeah.
But then like a bunch of comments on the video were like, "Let her speak." And people were like mad.
Yeah.
Some people were mad. I think predominantly her fans were upset that we weren't like, first of all, we don't have an interview podcast, but people were like upset that we weren't just like interviewing her. But I think that's a thing from behind the scenes you wouldn't know, where we're like, no, we're jumping in to assist her with the conversation because she had vocalized how nervous she was.
Yeah.
And we wanted to show her that we were on the same page, we're listening, like whatever. So all that is to say, I think you can't always judge people, but when someone identifies as their own personal brand, being like, "I tell it like it is,"
right.
I think that's obnoxious.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times you're punching down. I also feel like, have you ever heard, I always get this wrong, so forgive me, kindness without truth is fake, but truth without kindness is cruel. It's like something like that.
Interesting, yeah.
I am like, I love that.
I think that's very true.
I think it's really helpful because I don't think, I don't think you should be lying, but I think you should move through everything with kindness.
Yeah.
As much as you can, and you turn left here.
Great.
And when it is not that it always has to be like deserved. Like I still think you should like give people the benefit of the doubt and all kinds of things. But I think that, you know,
it's very interesting. I think there's a difference between niceness and kindness as well, and that's very important to me. Nice is like, man, we're hanging out with Shelby right now.
We can't get away from him.
We love Shelby. He's trying to get out here. This reminds me of like kind of like a moth stuck in a jacket or something. You know what I mean? Like
sure.
Like
he's
a bug,
like desperate
like a fast bug
to get
stuck
out.
in a net. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Desperate.
He's desperate to get out of this.
Yeah.
Out of Anita's Rancheros.
In 0.6 miles, you're getting on the 57 north, which is going to be on your right side.
Okay, great. I think there's like a on my right side.
Yeah.
57 north. Okay, we love it. And this is Rancho Novato. Also sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people can get caught up in that because there's a level of kindness that you can be, but also you can't be the kindness police or the niceness police.
Yeah. And you don't
it should
need
be natural.
To be.
No, but
just
you
be
should
like normal. Is
you
how I feel
get
about
to
it.
the place where because too much kindness is creepy. It can be.
Sure.
And too nice seems artificial. Where it's like, what are you hiding? What are you suppressing?
That's why you just have to be nice. One thing that I think is crazy. Nothing really bothers me unless someone is mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there are some people that I think are mean that other people don't think are mean. Mm-hmm. Because I think people can be mean in more covert ways sometimes.
Yes.
But a lot of people really struggle with people who are annoying. And people being annoying don't really bother me.
No. My moms used to say something, which was...
Did you say moms?
I said mom. I said probably moms.
Okay, I was like, do you have gay moms?
No.
I don't think you
what
do.
What if I was hiding gay moms?
Well, I was like, maybe something changed recently. Your mom's having a little late night les
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be fun for her.
Okay, your mom.
My mom, my single mother, and who's married.
Who's married, yeah.
She used to say something, I don't remember all of it. If someone is being mean to you, they want power. If someone's being annoying, they want attention. If somebody is being something else, they want control. It's like, I need to look that up.
Yeah.
But I always love if someone's being annoying, they just want they just want something. They want
I don't think that's
validation.
Evil.
No.
I think it can be annoying. I don't think there's anything wrong with being like, that's annoying. But I think that sometimes people want to treat people that they perceive to be annoying as like evil.
Yeah.
I'll see that a lot on the internet as well, both in real life and on the internet, but where I see kind of this sentiment of being like, I think this person is annoying. I think they should be sent to Guantanamo Bay.
Yes.
I think they should have military level torture executed on them because I personally find them irritating.
Yeah.
And I think that's really strange.
Well, we fully did that to Anne Hathaway, and now she's back. And
we've had a lot of people that we've done that to. Nickelback.
Nickelback.
We did that to Nickelback, who really did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
We did that to Anne Hathaway.
Anna Kendrick, we did that to a little bit.
We did that to Anna Kendrick. We did it to Jennifer Lawrence a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, not saying any of these
Bieber,
people
we did
are
that
flawless.
to Bieber. Big time Bieber.
I don't know anything about the Bieber situation.
I just think when he was younger, we did that to him because we thought he was annoying.
I think that we're bad to any child who's famous. I actually don't think children should be allowed to be famous.
No.
I don't think there should be any children.
I saw somebody make an argument that having children in movies should be the only appropriate use of AI. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
If AI wouldn't hurt the environment, then sure, I think that's fine.
Yes.
I think...
Get kids out of labor laws.
I'm just like, let adults play children.
Yes.
Put an Annie wig on me and let me do it. Like,
let me play children.
Let me personally play children. because I'm just like, there's no... 400 feet, you're being right.
Okay, thank you.
There's no world in which you're treated well and you're normal if you're a child star.
No.
I don't think you should be allowed to make music. I don't think you should be allowed to be in movies, TV,
bad.
Any of it. I think it should be
a nightmare.
Illegal. I don't think you should be allowed to make content at all.
It's
I think
bad.
you can play the saxophone in your middle school band.
Yes. Yes.
You
have a website. You can have a
girls volleyball.
You can be on Instagram.
You can have a live journal.
Have a live journal. Write things down. I love that too.
You can code.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can do HTML.
That's great. Yep.
That kind of stuff.
Let kids be kids. It's so important for kids to be kids.
Let them code.
Let them code. Wait, okay, before we wrap this up, we do need to quickly go over What was it called? Fresh and hot? Fresh and ready? Hot and fresh? Where do we go today?
Soup and fresh.
Soup and fresh.
The two things you had, soup and fresh.
Am I getting down to 10 West?
Oh, God, sorry. No, the 57 North, so get over.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay, soup and fresh. Sorry. Yeah, the two things I had. I had soup and I had fresh. It was such a delightful day.
I had a great time.
I really, really enjoyed that. We got the salads. The salads were delicious.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing?
The blueberry bread was there, and I did
Okay.
have it, and it was so special for me to have. The tortilla soup was really, really good too. The ice cream machine was down, and
Devastating.
I also wanted to shout out a woman that was there as we were leaving. She was the girl that accidentally cleaned up our place when we weren't finished.
Yep.
No problem. All good. She was going to eat her lunch, the biggest plate of macaroni and cheese I'd ever seen.
I love
and
that.
that's it, and I love it.
I love that. She was so sweet. Everyone that works there is so sweet.
Everyone was
There was
very
also a
sweet.
woman refilling the salads at one point, and she was singing along to the music. And she sounded really, and I could tell she didn't think anyone was hearing her,
Wow.
but I could hear her, and she sounded really good.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing.
That's great.
Yeah, it was really wonderful. Thank you for bringing me there.
Thank you so
It's
much
really
for
good.
physically bringing me there.
Shout out to Soup and Fresh.
Huge for Soup and Fresh.
And then, well, we were gonna maybe go to Sonic.
Do you still want to?
I'm down. Are we gonna pass one?
Yeah, I think so,
Okay,
right?
we'll find it out. Yeah. That's
We'll-
gonna be just
we'll
for
learn.
us. We're not gonna do this on the
That's
podcast.
just, sometimes you need something that's just for us.
I think it's just for us, and we'll tell you later if we did it. Maybe. Okay, we're gonna wrap up. Jordan, go listen to Happy Wife, Happy Life.
Yeah.
Really great. And then go follow Jordan on all socials and stuff.
All socials.
Yeah, it's a one instead of an I, right?
JORDANMYR1CK@gmail.com.
Yeah. That's what I do with McDonald, but I do a zero instead
You
of an O
have to.
sometimes. You have
My
to.
name was taken already.
You have to do that. Do you know who that is?
No.
Fascinating.
No.
When I was 10 years old, I wanted PatrickMcDonald.com, but it was a realtor in Palm Beach, and I sent him an email. And I said, I wanted this, but it turns out you have it. I just wanted to make sure you're doing good things with the name Patrick McDonald. I said, don't ruin the name and the reputation. And he was like, thank you for this email. I like the name Patrick McDonald.
That's really sweet that he responded.
It was really
I love
sweet.
that.
It was really
That's really
sweet.
nice.
And the other Patrick McDonald is a reality show producer from Bravo that is now very popular on OnlyFans.
Wow.
So shout out to that Patrick McDonald as well.
All the Patrick McDonalds are absolutely thriving.
Absolutely thriving,
Good
guys.
for you guys.
From Realty to OnlyFans to this YouTube channel, Patrick McDonald's are up, baby. We will see you next time. Go hang out with your friends. It's really fun to do this in person with people you love.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, whoa.
Look what we did.
Sonic. Okay, that's it.